They all laughed and said I was a fool when I told them I was in love with an amazing woman who lived over 3,000 miles away. My friends, my family, everyone told me I was doomed. That long-distance relationships never work. That one of us was going to cheat. That our relationship wasn't real because we didn't see each other every day. But they weren't laughing a few short years later when they saw her walk down the aisle in her wedding dress. They were gasping, shocked, apologizing, amazed that we had the happiest relationship of anybody we know. That we'd made it look so easy. That it can be so easy for you too. If you just watch this video, do what I say. Hi, my name's Rabin, and if you're in a long-distance relationship, or if you're in a relationship where you're forced to spend lots of time apart, then this is going to be the most important video you ever watch. The video that actually changes your life forever. Why? Because in the next 7 minutes, I'm going to teach you 3 simple secrets no one has ever told you before to destroy the distance and create a truly unbreakable long-distance relationship with almost no effort at all, where you feel truly connected, satisfied, loved, secure, where you have absolute trust in the man or woman you love, and know without a doubt that they would never cheat, where your friends in near-distance relationships don't just stop trying to tear you down, but are actually jealous of you because they see what you have that they can't seem to create, even though they see their boyfriend or girlfriend every single day. I'll teach you the 3 secrets you can use to transform your long-distance relationship in just a moment. Before I do, though, I need to tell you the story of how I met the woman of my dreams and how I almost lost her forever. I'll remember the moment I met Eliza until I breathed my last breath. I was living in LA at the time. She was an old friend of my downstairs neighbor who'd come 3,000 miles to visit from the East Coast. Mark introduced us in passing on the way out the door. He had some audition. It's LA, remember? And wanted me to babysit his friend while he was gone. When I saw her, I didn't need any convincing. As soon as he drove off, it was like electricity for both of us. She smiled, and I felt a shock down my spine. We shook hands, and it was like fire. We spent the week orbiting like 2 planets, talking until the early hours of the morning, making out like teenagers, falling deeper and deeper into something neither of us was ready yet to call love, and dreading like anything that drive to the airport. I dropped her off, held her close, kissed her right there in front of some cop yelling at me to leave. I drove home, clenching my jaw so I wouldn't cry on the freeway. I thought that was it. I thought it was over. I thought dating someone that far away was stupid, that it would never work. I thought I'd never see her again. But our connection, that thing we just couldn't call love, was too powerful. It started with emails, then chatting over IM, then long, incredible phone calls. And before we knew it, we were something. Without even talking about it, we'd both stopped seeing other people. We'd started thinking of ourselves as boyfriend and girlfriend. When we finally had the talk to define what we had, it was like loosening a kink in a fire hose. All this emotion pouring out of us, all this joy and relief to find out that she felt the same way about me that I felt about her. I'd never felt such an incredible connection with anyone. I couldn't wait to tell my friends and family how happy I was. I'd been through a devastating breakup the year before, and I thought they'd all be excited for me that I'd found someone so incredible who made me so happy. I expected encouragement, excitement, congratulations, and questions about this amazing woman that I just couldn't wait to answer. That's not what I got from my friends or from my family. What I got felt like a punch in the stomach. Instead of encouragement, I got jokes and bitterness and pity. Instead of congratulations, I got warnings and lectures about how long-distance relationships never work, or how long-distance relationships aren't real relationships. And I got questions, but not the ones I wanted. Even my best friends in the world asked me, "What are you thinking? You know she's not really your girlfriend, right? Are you crazy? It'll never work." I tried long distance once and it blew up in my face. And again, I didn't know what to say. I knew what I felt. I knew how right it felt. How I knew she was the woman for me. How I wanted to be with her forever. And I couldn't believe they couldn't understand. I was devastated. I was depressed, and I started to doubt myself and my relationship and the love that I knew was growing between us. All I wanted to do was call Eliza and have her tell me it was okay. I reached for the phone, but I stopped myself. What if Eliza was telling her friends and her family? What if they were all telling her the same thing? What if she believed them? What if I was just a fool for even thinking what we had was real? What if she thought so too? I was so sad and devastated and angry I didn't even want to talk to her. When the phone vibrated in my hand and I saw her number on the caller ID, I almost didn't answer. But then I heard her voice. She said it didn't matter what anyone else said or that no one supported us because we didn't need their support. We only needed one thing for our relationship to work, and that was each other. It didn't matter if the world was against us. If it was her and I against the world, I knew full well we were going to win. Right there on the phone, we talked and laughed and decided that nothing as simple and petty as negativity or geography could keep us apart. But we knew that just loving each other wasn't going to be enough. We were going to have to carve our own path to make our long-distance relationship work. We decided to throw out all the old rules and start making our own. And in the 2 long years we dated with a continent between us, we discovered 3 simple secrets that kept us together, that kept us in love, that saw us last when so many other couples, even couples who saw each other every single day, didn't. So, what are the secrets? The first secret is that long-distance relationships and near-distance relationships succeed and fail at exactly the same rate. I know, everybody tells you that long-distance relationships are doomed and that you need to see each other every day to have a real relationship. But that's a flat-out lie. The fact is that distance isn't the most important factor in whether a relationship is loving and sexy and wonderful and satisfying at all. Heck, it barely even makes the top 5. Eliza and I discovered that as long as we stayed connected, intimate, part of each other's lives, and focused on each other, how far apart we were barely mattered at all. Secret number 2 is, while distance has almost nothing to do with how successful your relationship is, who you spend your time with when you and your love can't be together will make or break your relationship. Some of the most important time in your LDR actually happens when you're doing things that seem to have nothing to do with your relationship at all. When you're hanging out with your friends and coworkers. Plain and simple, if you hang out with the wrong people or do the wrong kinds of activities when your partner isn't around, it can actually kill your relationship, no matter how strong your love is. Knowing which is which was a challenge. But once we figured it out, our relationship improved immediately, and we were able to avoid some of the most dangerous long-distance relationship traps. And the third secret is the whammy. It's the one that once I really understood it, changed everything about my long-distance relationship. It will change everything about yours too. What is it? Secret number 3 is, you can spend time together, even if you're not in the same space. That you can have dates while 3,000 miles away. That you can make love without ever touching skin. In our 2 years of being thousands of miles apart, Eliza and I rewrote the rules of how to have a great long-distance relationship. In fact, we turned it into a game with points and souvenirs. My favorite being a scrapbook Eliza made me of some of our best email conversations. And as we got closer and closer, as we discovered new ways of staying close, connected, in love, no matter what challenges got in our way, as we started helping other couples who felt cursed that the person they loved was so far away, we realized we were on to something special. Finally, my friend Michael Fiore came to me and said he was amazed that we'd done what nobody else had been able to do. He told me I had to share this material with the world. So after months of hard work writing the material, shooting video, testing everything on as many couples as I could find, and seeing incredible levels of success, Destroy the Distance